as the Warriors climb the Western Conference standings with 10 wins in their last 11 games. Curry looking to reach the milestone at home in San Francisco. First quarter, Warriors up 8. Jonathan Kuminga to Curry. One more for 4,000. Warriors with an 11-point lead at that point. 8.5 minutes left in the third. Warriors up 69-63. Curry loses the dribble. Moses Moody recovers the loose ball. Moody gets it back to Curry, and there it is. First player ever with 4,000 career-made threes. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Curry thought about three. He'll put up a three. There it is! Number 4,000. A shot for the ages from a player for the ages.
Curry acknowledging the home fans. He was just 2 for 6 from three, scored just 11 points. It was also a game to win. Under 8 to go now. Warriors up 108-95. Jimmy Butler to Draymond Green, wide open. Defensive breakdown there for Sacramento as the Warriors go up 15. 5.5 left in the fourth. Warriors up 113-98. Jonathan Kuminga, welcome back. Warriors going to win it 130-104 and a big night for Curry.
It was a special moment, obviously, to do it at home. The 2-9-7-4 record in New York was great because it's an unbelievable environment in Madison Square, but to do it in front of my home fans, and it was a weird game because I didn't get many attempts up, but to finally get it in the third, I felt the energy. It was special.
When the team played a video with some of the most important people through the journey, your very first three-point assist, Andres, came on. Do you recall that assist? And when you think back to that first three, what do you remember?
Yeah, I only shot 1 3 my very first game. That was the second game. I saw the highlight of the play, his little pin in. He threw a great pass and knocked it down. But the first of many, so pretty cool. My vet from 2009 got to shout me out.
Have you thought about 5,000 yet?
I'm in the moment. I'm blessed to keep doing this thing. 2-9-7-4 felt like an eternity ago. So to being out here with this fresh milestone is pretty cool. Who knows? I'll never limit God or never limit the blessings in my life, but I'm going to stay in the present right now.
But yeah, we're spinning it forward, though, and looking ahead to 5,000. Based on his season three-point pace of 4.4 per game, he's 226 games away from getting to 5,000, or just under 3 seasons away. Turns 37 on Friday, so if he stays healthy, he could get there by his 40th birthday. Coming up, much more on his latest milestone and a journey through the greatest and the craziest threes of Steph Curry's illustrious career. That's coming up later on SportsCenter.
There's nothing.
What do you say? Don't let them catch it.
Don't let them catch.
Good luck.
I'm talking about they were literally in the scouting report, film before games. They was like, hey.
And they were in the scouting report when you were playing, and now you're sitting up here on TV with the rest of us. And in year 16, he's
in fairness, he banked a couple of them in.
Wow, you're right. You're right. What continues to impress you the most? We're talking about someone who's about to turn 37.
In all honesty, when you look at this performance last night, it was how he didn't really need his teammates to get open. Now, obviously, they did run some plays for him. He came off some screens. But if you watch, he's just relocating, crossing. You know what they say? They tell me that as you age, it's hard to stop. It's not so much running. It's hard to stop. Look at his footwork and creating the space for these shots. Like, some of these, the Magic did okay. They just couldn't stay with him at age 36 and 50 weeks. He's 37 in 2 weeks.
Look, it's not public records like how it is with LeBron James on how much Steph Curry spends on his body and what he does in the offseason. But I tell you what, when it comes down to, being one of the all-time greats and most conditioned athletes, he's in that category with LeBron James. He's looking him eye to eye. Because everybody want to talk about, oh, yeah, Steph just a shooter. Nah, he's more than just a shooter. He's one of the most skilled players to ever touch the damn basketball. Elite handles, finishing around the basket. And you look at the time from when he first came into the league on how his body looks now. We talk about putting on that size and muscle. That's Steph Curry. And, yes, I'm giving the light-skinned brother with the green eyes a lot of love today because, damn it, he deserves it.
I'm surprised none of us has said this. The Curry flurry. The fact that he has cemented that. Is it in Webster's yet? The Curry flurry?
The Curry flurry?
To me, that's what impresses me.
You can't play it in Scrabble.
Right? He's had 12 threes. He had 12 threes yesterday. But look at this. Most career 10 three-point field goal games. Look how much distance he has from his brother from another mother in Klay Thompson. And then, of course, Dame Lillard. So to me, that's the most impressive part. I think the message that I got, 7-1 since Jimmy Butler debuted. Steph Curry finds his joy again.
Yeah.
He's capable of doing this again. The biggest reminder to the entire association is the Warriors, they're not to be slept on. If you draw them in the Western Conference playoffs, you're like, oh, snap, that guy is back. I think it was written off before, not anymore.
Stephen A., describe what we just saw.
Sensational, electrifying, ore-dropping. I mean, it's hard to put into words the greatness of this dude. But he put it on display and basically put the world on notice. There's levels to this. There are stars all over the place. There are even superstars that you could look. But there's still another level. And there's nobody on Sacramento that could touch that level. Wilbon and I watched this game together, and I literally said, Wilbon, I'm not definitively stating it. I had to be educated, Jalen, by the Godfather. I had to be educated by other Hall of Famers who will remain nameless. But I literally said, we need to have the discussion as to whether or not this man is the greatest point guard who has ever lived, because when you're talking about impact and the fact that he can affect so many things because of his shooting ability, I've never seen anything like it. But I'm not surprised.
Historic, that's the word. 50 in a game 7, 50. On the road, 50. It's never happened. Not since the merger, not, in the era of this or that or these combination garbage statistics. We just saw the greatest Game 7 offensive performance. I was trying to figure out, when have I ever seen a Game 7? Charles Barkley had a 44 and 24 rebound game, I think, against Seattle, which means against Sean Kemp.
Yes.
Crazy. But this, he demoralized the opponent. Clay's not having a game. Clay and Wiggins can't hit a shot. And Steph Curry demoralized the number 3 seed, a team that had just beat them down in San Francisco the previous game. That's
Less
how
than
great
48
Steph Curry.
hours ago.
And one thing, Stephen and I, we were going back and forth. At this point, we got time because it's a 20-point game. We were going to drag Jalen in. He was trying to concentrate on the game itself. We're talking about, who's done this? Who could do that? And we can't. We're talking about Magic. I mean, Magic had, of course, it was a game 6. People have to remember.
Yes.
42-15, 7 against Philly on the road. But now we're talking about rarefied air. We're talking about the people on the Mount Rushmore of basketball are the only people to have the kind of game Steph Curry just had. So people, if you watched it, savor it. If you didn't,
Go
watch
back
a
and do it
replay,
again.
something, get a hold of this and see what you missed.
From a historical context, you guys nailed it. So I'll go X and O's wise. For years, I've called Steph Curry the vanguard of this era. Not a point guard or a shooting guard, something that we'd never seen. And all of us grew up in one way, shape, or form watching the Harlem Globetrotters. And I always wondered what it would be like if Curly Neal or Marcus Haynes played in the actual NBA. And when you call Steph Curry the greatest shooter that God has seen, it's not just catch and shoot. Usually the best shooter doesn't have great handles. Usually the guy with great handles isn't one of the best guys to play off the ball and do dribble handoffs and relocations. He does that as well. We're not even talking about the multiple finger rolls like George Gervin he made in today's game as well. Playing with his mouthpiece hanging out of his mouth, okay? This is something we've never seen. A Game 7 is so very incredible. How we talk about superstars lifting their team when it matters the most. That's what we saw, Stephen A.
And let's not forget the last part. When it's 6 minutes left, he already has 45. And there's a timeout, and he's looking into the camera, and he's walking off and saying, they can't finish. They can't finish. That's what he was saying. This is what he does.
I would be remiss not to mention the efforts of Kevon Looney. 21 rebounds.